Hey y'all, this is Audra Hicks, your Tennessee Realtor. Today I wanted to talk about cameras in use whenever you are going to view properties. So remember, people are always watching you. So stay tuned because I put the real in real estate. And oh, please subscribe. This is just the way the world is. Most people in their homes, probably 9 out of 10 homes now, have cameras in use. So just know that when you are a buyer going into a home. I always let my buyers know that, hey, and we have disclosures for that as well to sign. Hey, there are probably going to be cameras there. They may have a ring camera. They may have cameras in the home. Most of the time, the seller has disclosed that. Sometimes they haven't. It might just be a ring doorbell and they're going to see you on the way in and see you on the way out. Now, I've had sellers call me livid because somebody brought dogs in. I have had them call me saying that somebody just ate something out of their refrigerator. Somebody has opened up all of their private dresser drawers, and why did they do that, and then we have to get on the phone and call that buyer's agent and ask them that same question. And it's not necessarily that the sellers have them there just for the showings. They already probably had cameras in their house already. They just happen to be there, and yes, if somebody's seeing the house, they kind of want to eavesdrop. But on a seller side, you need to know that if you hear something negative about your house, that you can't get your feelings hurt. That might be that buyer for your house. So just know that they said something. Hey, constructive criticism, it might mean that you need to change the paint color. I don't know, but don't get your feelings hurt in the process. Keep emotions out of it. Now, if you do see something that you need to let your agent know about, please do that as well. But there's privacy concerns all the time. So understand your rights and your privacy implications when viewing homes with cameras, okay? Um, and the etiquette for buyers, discover the do's and don'ts of respectful behavior when touring a property with surveillance cameras. So I try to tell my people when we are looking at a home, please don't say that you love the home. Don't say that you hate it. Like, just zip it. Don't say a word. If there's a camera in there and we know that they're there, even if you don't know they're there, when you're in a home, please use proper etiquette. Say nice things if you want to, but, you know, don't say anything that would hurt any negotiations either. So, just be on your well-behaved side and view the home. Talk to your agent after you're done with the home and have locked up, went out to where no one can really hear you. But anywhere you are these days, people can see you. They might be listening. Who knows? You just never know. So always be on your best behavior, no matter what. So let's see, handling buyer feedback when selling your home. Like I said, it can be emotional. So managing buyer feedback, you really need to know that people are going to say good, bad, and ugly whenever they view a home. We get feedback through multiple ways. Sometimes the agent will call us or text us, or they'll leave feedback through our apps that we send them for showing and stuff. So, emotion versus reality. You've got to separate your emotional attachment to your home from the selling process. That's essential. You really need to separate your emotional attachment to that home, because when you get an offer, and depending on what the offer is or what they've said about the home, it's going to be in your best interest to try to detach emotionally away from the home. I know it's hard. That's maybe where you've raised your children and your fur babies, and you've maybe lost a loved one there. Who knows? But it is an emotional thing when you're selling your home. The one thing I can say is, if you're not good about doing that, then you need to remove the cameras or turn them off when you're having showings, because people will say things they don't mean to, or don't mean to necessarily hurt your feelings. you know just know that you need to kind of detach away from that. But so take that constructive criticism. If they're talking bad about the paint colors and everyone that's came in says that, you might need to think about the paint colors, or whatever it is that they said. So just take that into perspective and know that you need to maybe follow up on that kind of thing. So just because they don't love your paint colors doesn't mean that you don't still love your paint colors. But usually when you need buyers to buy your home, it's got to be more neutral setting for the masses of buyers instead of the few. So I just thought I would talk about cameras today. We have them in our home. And if we were to ever sell our home, we would just know if we heard anything that we just need to keep it to ourselves, because, it may be something we didn't like to hear. Hey, it's constructive criticism. We probably should listen. But I have had clients call me for many reasons when they have seen buyers come through their home. They're like, they've went through the dresser drawers, they've went through my refrigerator, they've ate things off the counter or out of their fridge. Why did they bring their dog in? I mean, multiple things. I mean, I've had you name it, and I've heard it. They'll call me fussing about that buyer or said buyer. I know when we were in the market, and had the thriving market where everybody was viewing homes one right after another, and Ring doorbell cameras were there. People have called and said, hey, this one just did this one did this, and it's a little overwhelming on our side too, but we have to do what's best for our clients, and also call the agent and ask them what's going on as well. So but you just need to, on your buy side, you need to have proper etiquette in a home. And some of my funny things that I say to buyers is zip it zippy. I have a neighbor, and he was a buyer and seller as well, and we joke about that all the time. He says, I know I need to be quiet, so what do you call me? I'm like, zip it zippy. You need to zip it. So just always do that when you're going in a home. Zip it, unless you don't want that. I mean, if you want that seller to hear you, go right ahead. But I've had buyers that they know they shouldn't, but when they're in the home, it's emotional for them too. And then they start saying stuff. So I have to, do the zippy thing. So, you got to have fun while you're in a home. But as the agent, you've got to be professional, and you need to keep up with the kiddos, and make sure nobody touches everything, and don't go snooping in all their things. They're going to see you do that. That's just not proper etiquette to do. And if they have cameras there, they're probably going to see that and be very livid with you that you did that. So we don't want them to hold that against you if you like that house and you put in an offer, because people are emotional these days and they lead by emotion. So, but if at all possible, on the selling side, the sellers know they've got their cameras there. They know they're going to hear things that they probably don't like. So just so everybody's aware on both sides, cameras are out there. They're watching us everywhere. I mean, if you have a cell phone these days, you're being heard. So, it's hard to get away from technology. Our home is totally like Jetson's home, and we probably can't go in any room without being heard by something. So just keep that in mind whenever you're out looking at homes, that you probably are being watched, whether it's the Ring on the front doorbell or another doorbell camera, or inside the house, strategically placed so they can see you, but you might not be able to see them. So just keep that in mind these days, and keep your proper etiquette and your words to yourself. So like your mama always said, if you don't have something good to say, don't say it at all. Okay? So if you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.